No one responds to your knock. The occupants are either absent or asleep. The door is locked. You greet the old man.
Good day. Have you seen my honor? I am Nikolai. Have you seen my honor? Honor. Have you seen my honor? I am looking for honor. Have you seen honor?
You tell the old man goodbye.
If you see honor, tell her I am looking for her.
That didn't do anything. You don't hear anything behind this door. There is no response to your knock. Behind the door is a sort of rat maze, but it's missing the rat, or whatever is supposed to be traversing the maze. You hear something bouncing around behind the door. A lot of somethings. How interesting. It sounded as though someone knocked on the other side of the door as well, several times. Oh no, you've been Antwerped. Fortunately, these are just baby Antwerps, so the attack wasn't fatal. You bait the trap with avocado from your sandwich. Avocado was never high on your list of favorite foods anyway. The trap starts working. You've caught an Antwerp. It's simply amazing. This is the Antwerp maze. Antwerps are naturally bouncy, so all you have to do is continually rotate the maze until the baby Antwerp bounces over to the key, then out through the exit. Congratulations. You've used the baby Antwerp to get Dr. Cranium's laboratory key from the maze. You add the key to your keyring. Great! You've managed to find Dr. Cranium's keyhole and open the door. You pass through into Dr. Cranium's private laboratory.
Quickly, Igor, the fluid! I must have the fluid! Oh, excuse me. I thought it was Igor coming in to assist me. He helps out in the lab sometimes. Now then, what can I do for you?
You say hello to the scientist.
Welcome to my laboratory. You must have more than the usual intelligence and perseverance to have made it in here.
You introduce yourself to Dr. Cranium and tell him a little about your adventures.
I should be most interested to hear about your travels and your scientific discoveries along the way. Unfortunately, I have very little time for that right now. Perhaps we can discuss your adventures when you next return.
You explain to Dr. Cranium that magic is really a lot like science and even deals with the same elements.
Oh, nonsense! There's no such thing as magic. There is only science. What you call magic is simply scientific phenomena that have not yet been properly investigated and catalogued. My name is Dr. Cranium. I am Moldavia's chief scientist and a certified genius. Some call me mad, but I much prefer Dr. Cranium. Ah, yes, science. I'm glad you asked. Science is the process of systematically increasing our knowledge of the world through observation and experiment. Unfortunately, some of the townspeople here seem to have no concept of the wonders of science. Some of them even claim my little inventions are magical. Such poppycock. There's no such thing as magic. Still, the townspeople insisted that I should be able to use my magic to cure wounds and sickness. I told them that I am a scientist, not a doctor, but they wouldn't listen. I had little choice but to concoct some simple elixirs. They were childishly pleased. Science is really so simple once you understand it. If you want to improve your stamina, then you should make sure you eat a healthy diet from all the different food groups and get plenty of aerobic exercise. That is science. Oh, you must mean my patented healing drink. You may have my last one. Unfortunately, I have forgotten the formula for its main ingredient. If you can help me remember it, I will be able to make some more healing drinks, although the work is very time-consuming. Thank you! With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions. Oh, you must mean my new universal poison antidote. You may have this one, but I will need some help with the formula to make more. Also, I am afraid I only have time to make one each day. Thank you! With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions.
You ask Dr. Cranium if he can spare an empty flask for specimen collection.
Of course, of course! I am always delighted to assist scientific research of any kind, and I have plenty of flasks. You may have this one.
You ask...
Experiments are the meat and drink of science. First, you must come up with a hypothesis based on your understanding of the scientific elements. Then perform an experiment to test the hypothesis. Afterwards, you have a pizza. Earth is for solidity and stability. Air gives freedom and movement. Fire provides power and energy. Water, fluidity, and life. Pizza, of course, is the most important element of all. Pizza represents the essence of well-roundedness and regaining strength. Most importantly, you can have it delivered in under half an hour in most areas. A hypothesis is a scientific guess. One predicts the result of an operation, performs an experiment to test the prediction, then has a pizza to celebrate the result. It is very important to stay flexible, however. Sometimes the experiment may give a different result than predicted by the hypothesis. Since real scientists don't like to make mistakes, we always write the hypothesis in pencil. Pizza is a crucial ingredient in many scientific formulae. There is a nearly infinite variation in its effects, depending on whether one starts with pepperoni, mushrooms, artichokes, or plain cheese. One should always order extra pizza in case the experiment requires additional materials. Besides, science is hungry work. There is, of course, no such thing as magic. There is only science. Still, you would be amazed at how gullible some people are. Just the other day, someone gave me this scroll saying it was a magical spell. Can you believe that? It is purest poppycock. Nothing on here makes any sense whatsoever. Here, you may have this as a reminder that magic is a figment of fevered imagination. Only science is real.
Obviously, Dr. Cranium needs to take a correspondence course from the famous wizard school. As you read the scroll, you find that you have learned the incantations and gestures with which to cast a glide spell. Then the scroll vanishes.
There, you see, it was not even a very good piece of parchment. Fell right apart. Igor is the gravedigger and tombstone carver. Business has been slow lately, perhaps because there are very few people left in town. So Igor sometimes comes in to help me with my work. Igor has had less work of late. The forest is just as dangerous, but there aren't very many people left in town who are stupid enough to go out there at night, you know. I like to think of it as a sort of evolution in action. Igor is carving out quite a niche for himself in the gravestone business. You might say he is well on his way to becoming a rock star. Then again, you might not. Igor has had less work of late. The cemetery is outside of town to the east. It has proven a fruitful source of materials for my experiments. There are also some interesting and cryptic puzzles to be solved there. Essential etheric fluid is an important ingredient in my formula for reanimating dead bodies. It contains the essence of the element of water, the most important ingredient in life science. This laboratory is where I perform some of my most important research. Lately, I have been trying to bring life back to a dead body and to brew the perfect cup of tea. Reanimating the dead is just another day's work in the life of a scientist. Even science cannot bring a person back right the way they were, but one can use scientific principles to restore the semblance of life and energy to formerly dead flesh. The one alchemical combination that I have thus far been unable to fully analyze is that of a good cup of tea. I'm sure there must be a way to duplicate the effects of nature, but the results have not been promising so far. Perhaps you would like a cup of spearmint and beefsteak tea? I thought not. This is even harder than rehydration solution and reviving dead tissue. Research is the heart and soul of science. Without constant experimentation to prove or disprove one's hypotheses, the scientist is left trying to solve the world's problems by guesswork. That is hardly the most efficient way to achieve results. I try to maintain a modest selection of useful experimental equipment in my simple laboratory. Unfortunately, it has become very difficult to obtain the most modern scientific accessories since the road out of the valley became closed by the swamp. This laboratory is where I perform some of my most important research. Lately, I have been trying to bring life back to a dead body and to brew the perfect cup of tea. Mad? Mad? They all call me mad, but what do they know of madness? I am not mad. A bit perturbed about the world situation and how I get so little respect, perhaps, but certainly not mad.
You say goodbye to Dr. Cranium.
Please be careful not to break the beakers or crack the flasks on your way out. Come back and visit again. Oh, and if you see Igor, please tell him I still need the fluid.
The hectopus seems somehow calmer as you present the Dark One sign to it. You get the feeling that there's something it wants you to do with the sign.
Bad place. Very bad place. Go away. You'll be very sorry.
You push the Dark One sign into the indentation on the door. It fits perfectly. You have a really bad feeling about this place. It looks ordinary enough, but the general atmosphere of the place and the symbols of the Dark One everywhere make you almost want to turn and run as fast as you can. This amazingly lifelike sculpture looks like a cross between a baby troll and a hermit or dervish. It fits the description of a domovoi, except that it's totally dried out and unmoving. It's a six-tentacled, octopus-like creature. I guess you'd call it a hexapod, unless you like cats, then you might call it a hexapus. Hector the hexapod happily gorges itself in the garlic. Hector looks much less hungry and perhaps a little less dangerous now. As you push and pull at the antique log holder, suddenly it turns in your hand and the whole back of the fireplace opens to reveal a secret passage leading down. No wonder the fireplace didn't appear to have been used much. There is a cold feeling down here that chills your bones and sets the hairs on the nape of your neck on end. There is a musty odor of mold and mildew mingling with the sickeningly sweet smell of decaying flesh. Welcome to your nightmare. The huge barrel is labeled Cask of Amontillado. This must be the fabled spirit that provided most of the income and fame of the monastic order here. It is rumored to provide strange and mystical visions to those who taste freely of its contents. You've seen some pretty ridiculous things in your time, and that's certainly one of them. There is a huge book on the altar. The binding looks like stretched human skin, with letters and markings written in dried blood. The letters spell out Necrophilicon. What could that mean? Oh, that's it. Something like the Silmarillion for Of the Love of Death. Ooh. There's something very, very wrong and dangerous about this book. Above the altar is the sign of the Dark One, surrounded by arcane letters. A notch next to the A makes you think that perhaps that is some sort of starting point for the letters. The roll-top desk is spotted with dark and ominous stains. A swirling cloud of undoubtedly poisonous gas surrounds the desk for a few seconds after your spell opens it. Then the cloud subsides. You rifle through the Mad Monk's desk and find the diary of Amontillado. Boy, was this guy wacko. Reading this makes your head hurt. However, it does give you some information about the Dark One rituals. It said something about the first ritual being placed within the Mad Monk's tombstone, there to be forever guarded by followers. The second ritual shall be placed in the Stone of Squids and revealed only by the light of a dead child's soul. The next ritual shall be placed in the hollow of the hangman's tree and guarded by the spirit of the dead which remains there. The blood ritual shall be concealed magically within the monastery, and only he who willingly seeks dark visions shall find it. The mouth ritual shall be placed in the great arch itself, under the Dark One's sign. And the heart ritual shall be given to someone named Gregor for safekeeping. Now there's another note on this page in another's handwriting. Gregor is missing in the forest and probably dead. Yet where is the heart ritual? You tap the huge cask of Amontillado. This is the strongest stuff you've ever tasted, assuming that you're not an aficionado of dragon's breath. Bottoms up. Man, have you got a headache. Fortunately, the Dark One rising seems to have been just a vision, not the reality. Yet. A scroll has formed from the cask's wine droplets. You pick up the rolled paper on the floor. It has a symbol of a drop of blood at the top and the inscription, Ritual of Blood. You can't read any of the other writing on it. You retrieve the Dark One sign from the monastery door, then quickly step away before the Hectopus can react. It's too dangerous to use magic in town during the day. The townspeople are very suspicious of magic users. After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel... After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better. After... After some rest, you feel better. The massive gate to this town is securely barred to protect it from things that go bump in the night. You cannot leave the town this way. You hear movement on the other side of the door. After a few minutes, you hear someone removing the bar and unlocking the bolts on the other side of the door. The inhabitants of the inn eye you suspiciously. You get the feeling that you're not particularly welcome here. They all stare at you for a moment, then go back to talking amongst themselves.
We do not believe in heroes in Mordavia.
We have no need of heroes here.
Yeah, I mean a hero's a nice sandwich, but I don't want to live next door to one.
Actually, I had an uncle once who was a hero.
Will you give me a break with all this hero stuff? Enough!
I am well. My wife keeps the kitchen, and I keep the inn. Together, we make the Hotel Mordavia the best place to stay in all this valley. They come in here in the evening to talk, to drink, and relax. My wife prepares and serves 2 hearty meals a day. I am sure you will find them satisfying. Just sit down in the chair by the door, and Bella will be happy to serve you. Garlic is our national vegetable. We all love garlic around here, don't we, my friends?
Of course. Hey, everyone loves garlic.
Yeah, it's stinky. It's our country's flower.
I don't care much for garlic.
I don't remember asking. You know, we don't get many strangers here, now that the pass outside's been cut off.
He's right. We don't trust ones who come here by unknown means.
Yeah, particularly strangers we don't know.
We tend to be kinda suspicious of strangers, and I think I'm looking at one right now.
Yeah, that's why we made the sign that says strangers are unwelcome and unwanted.
Right. And in our own subtle way, we try to get across the fact that we don't like them very much.
Strangers bring bad luck.
Strangers bring trouble.
Actually, the last stranger brought a jester's hat and a staff, but we still don't trust him.
Anything else you want to know, stranger? You know, there's another stranger in town besides you.
Oh, and let me tell you, he is very strange, okay?
Strange. The dude ain't even human.
No one knows how he got here or why he came.
No one knows where he goes during the day, or who he's trying to meet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he tells jokes. At least I think he does.
Yeah, he says he's a real jester.
He dresses like Sonny Bono.
And he acts like a gnome.
He is a gnome, Einstein. The town of Mordavia is a very safe place to be, gotta tell you.
Oh yeah, you got nothing to fear within the walls of the town.
Other than the old monastery.
Yeah, the old monastery. As long as you don't venture into the old monastery, you'll be safe as milk in this town.
Yeah, as long as you don't even think of getting near the old monastery, you're gonna be okay.
Did I mention the monastery door?
Oh, yeah, right, the monastery door. Look, as long as you don't go near the monastery door...
In fact, nowhere near the monastery. Don't even think about it.
You'll be perfectly safe in the town of Mordavia.
Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with us.
Yeah, we're okay. We've been tested.
Well, to tell you the truth, I do feel a cold sore coming on.
Hey, Mordavia nights are dangerous.
Oh, he's right, you know. Nobody goes out at night, except my girlfriend, but she's working.
Her and a few ghosts, and revenants, a wraith, and vampire or two.
Hold it, put it in park. There are no vampires in Mordavia.
Vampires in Moldavia. Who ever heard of such nonsense?
I hate to burst your bubble, but my Uncle Fred was bitten by a vampire once.
Your Uncle Fred's alive and well and retired till Silmaria. Hello?
Yeah, I know him. He sends you a postcard every harvest time saying, "Where's my $20?"
Well, he had a miraculous recovery.
You get a fine meal of roast duckling a la garlic. They nod at you in response. You unlock the door to your room and go in. You take a clove of garlic in case you meet an Italian chef somewhere. After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel you're getting tired. You have the feeling you are being watched. You see a small, hairy, sad-looking creature.
Not many big people see Domovoy. Most not look. You something special. Maybe so? You hero? Mordavia big hero need. Plenty powerful hero. Maybe you be soon. Learn much, practice much. Soon plenty big hero. In where I am living. In Domovoy am I. Luck I bring. Way things go now, think most luck bad. Things at inn not good. No people come. Innkeeper and wife very, very unhappy. Mordavia very, very sad place. Even Domovoy cannot help here. Oh, too much dark magic. Too much we speak, too much I talk. Sometime else we speak, sometime else I talk. Domovoy am I, Domovoy I be. Over places Domovoy watch, protect the inn do I. By big people Domovoy not seen. You stranger are, maybe hero, maybe not. Show myself to you I do, speak to you I will. Maybe good things for people will you do. Maybe good thing for Domovoy you do. Some night soon, talk we will again. Domovoy good luck bring. Maybe Domovoy help you. You Domovoy help. Bad place here anymore. Good many years ago, but going very bad now. Many bad things here. You find out. Maybe talk again. You come down other night. Maybe have much to say.
You unlock the door to your room and go in. You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
Ah, so you are back. This inn used to do a steady business before this swamp prevented traders and tourists from coming. Now we mostly make our money off of food and drink. The castle was once that of the boyar. Now we do not know who lives there. Besides the ones that come in here in the evening, there are quite a few others. You probably have met the shopkeeper, the gravedigger, and the burgomeister. And then there's Nikolai, and that crazy Dr. Cranium. He is a harmless old man who wanders around looking for his dead wife. It must be a shame to grow old all alone. Dr. Cranium came to Mordavia several years before the swamp closed off the pass. No one knows much about him, but no one trusts him. It is rumored that he conducts strange experiments. The shopkeeper knows everything that goes on in town. She also makes a delicious avocado and garlic sandwich, which she sells as rations. The burgomeister keeps to himself and lives in his office. The gravedigger is a strange one, though he is a good carver of tombstones and digger of graves. I know little of the forest, for I seldom leave my inn. You should speak with the burgomeister. Perhaps he can tell you more about it. I am well, as always. I do not gossip.
It's sausage and peppers fried with garlic. The innkeeper nods at you.
Still you remain. It is a wonder you have managed to live so long. What is it you want?
To tell the burgomeister about your adventures in Shapir.
So, you are the son of a sultan. Your stories are better than 1001 Nights. This town was quiet until you arrived. I am keeping my eye on you. Castle Borgoff is north of the town. The last of the Borgoff family left this valley years ago. Now it is inhabited by some cousin. The people of the castle do not bother this town. I suggest strongly that you do not bother the people of the castle. It used to be that the only monsters around here were the occasional wyverns. Now there are many dangerous things in the valley. It is safe only within the town gates. Dr. Cranium is an idiot and a madman. If you are wise, you will stay away from him. Nikolai is an old man and easily confused. His wife has been missing for years now. He cannot face the fact that she is gone. Try not to make a nuisance of yourself.